Alright, so something was brought to my attention with the recent One Piece chapter, which is 1030. This chapter has been honestly insane. The amount of bullshit they fit into one chapter is incredible. This is the longest chapter I've read in a while. Oda went crazy with this chapter. I definitely respect all the hard work he put into writing and drawing this chapter. Of course, I always respect Oda. He is always the GOAT regardless of what I say in this video, but I do have to talk about the bullshit I keep seeing throughout this Wano arc, and this chapter is just a perfect example of everything that's been going on in Onigashima and all the BS and assholes and cop-outs and fake-outs that Oda keeps doing. They need to be brought to people's attention, because at what point do we say, okay, now this is getting a little ridiculous? So without further ado, let me just jump right in. This is going to be a little bit of a rant about One Piece chapter 1030. Alright, so the chapter started off with X Drake and Apu talking. So basically Apu saying, yo, we should join teams, we should team up. And X Drake's like, why should I trust you? He's like, it's not about trust, we both mutually benefit from this and this and that. My question here, first of all, just right at the beginning of this chapter is, how has X Drake and Apu been fighting for as long as they have? Zoro, we have to take in that Zoro was with X Drake when he was fighting Apu. Zoro went on the rooftop, fought against Kaido, freaking came back down, was bandaged up for a little while, got out of his bandages, is fighting Kane. The Flying Six have all been taken down. Long Kid already headed over to Big Mom after the rooftop, and I've been in that fight for a little while now. Marco is down. Marco is done fighting King and Queen. All these things have happened, and X Drake and Apu have just finished fighting now? I don't think that's really a writing issue, but I just think that makes X Drake look really bad compared to the other supernovas, because there's never going to be any good argument on why we should think X Drake is really a threat or is powerful, because he's out here struggling with Apu. He's fighting Apu for the entirety of Onigashima. When you really think about it, he started fighting Apu like deadass, like I swear, like now it has to have at least been 30-40 chapters ago. It's absolutely insane, but you know, that's just a little small nitpick we got there, but we'll keep going through the chapter. And this is where the real nightmare begins. Shortly after X Drake and Apu, we see the legs of the man himself, the man who's supposed to be dead, Kinemon. Now we see Kinemon running around, and Usopp's like, oh, yo, it's Kinemon. Kinemon can't hear him because his ears aren't attached to his legs or whatever. But Kinemon can't hear them and whatnot. But Kinemon is apparently still alive. And the explanation we were given was that because Law was not able to properly put him together, when Kaido cut him, he survived. Now I know there's people on Twitter who have been saying, oh, this has already been foreshadowed, this, that. At the same time, it's like, forget this being foreshadowed, this, that. When you make a story arc, you want it to feel suspenseful. You want it to feel like there's some real stakes. But when you keep doing these scabbard deaths, we're going to keep going through the scabbard deaths, but when you keep doing these scabbard deaths, these scabbard fake outs, these Kaido kills Kinemon but he really doesn't, this really just reflects badly on Kaido. This really just reflects badly on Wano as a whole. Like, I can't take the art seriously if every time a character seemingly dies, there's some bullshit that brings them back and it's like, oh no, they're not dead. And it doesn't even end there. We go through the chapter. If we're going to be talking about the scabbards, Kiku's alive, Kanjuro's alive. I bet Ashura Doji's alive at this point. All the scabbards are probably perfectly fine. I guarantee they're all alive, because with this, it's just so obvious. Like, Kanjuro has come back. This is like the third time he's come back. Kiku supposedly killed him at the beginning. Kiku supposedly killed him again. And then he's back again. Like, it's so crazy. So Kiku fails to kill him twice. And then I don't remember how he died the last time. I think the scabbards or Kinemon cut him down. And he's back again. He's back again. Like, it's like Oda's trying to make us not take this seriously. I think this is actually deliberate, because what else could you be doing when you keep doing something like this? Like truthfully, maybe Oda has something up his sleeve. Like, I'm actually being serious, because there has to be a reason he keeps doing these fake outs, because it's just like, the scabbards aren't gonna die. I don't believe they're dead no matter what. I could see Kinemon's head sever and I won't believe he's dead. And Kaido literally, like, how is it that Kaido cut him perfectly where Law supposedly didn't put him back together? Like, that's a little bullshit too. That's a little bit of bullshit. But you know what? We're gonna keep going. We gonna keep going. Bro, you can even argue Momonosuke. You can even argue Momonosuke's situations with bullshit too. But like, yo, Wano as a whole has just been straight bullshit. But let's keep going through the chapter. Alright, and then at the end of the chapter, we have Eusstass Kid getting thrown out the building with a Ikaku sovereignty by Big Mom herself. His freaking Punk Gibson or whatever the hell that huge thing was. Punk, whatever. But he got blasted. It destroyed his whole thing. And then he's like, yo, he's thinking back to a flashback. Now this is like, there's so many questions I have about this. This is so bad. Like, this is like, I'm not even trying to hate, but this is so bad. So basically, Kid has a quick little flashback, and he's like, yo, have you awakened your devil fruit? Have you awakened your powers to Law? And this is literally like 5 minutes before, 10 minutes before, while they were in front of Big Mom. And then Law's like, yeah, but it takes a lot of stamina and I can only use it once or something like that. He says like, it takes a lot of stamina and it'll leave me almost at death's door or whatever he said. He said something on the lines of that, and then Kid said, yeah, same. So Law just confirmed he was awakened. Now at first glance, this is absolutely hype, this is insane. But then you have the basic questions. When did he get this awakening? We obviously know it was off screen, but did he have it on the rooftop? If he had it on the rooftop, why didn't he use it? You can't give him the excuse that, oh, I would have almost been dead, this, that. We're not expecting to die when you're fighting against two Yonko. That's to be expected. You would have to put everything on the line. So why would they have not used their awakenings on the rooftop? It doesn't make any sense, man. And you can't just conveniently say they got their awakenings between the rooftop and Big Mom, because that's just such bullshit. Like, that's such bullshit. Oh my god. And then if we're gonna say they always had this since post time skip, that's when it just becomes a whole shit show. That's when this becomes a shit show. Doflamingo, Law, what the fuck was going on? If you had this against Doflamingo, what were you doing? There's no way Law had this against Doflamingo. There's no way. Because if he did, Oda, what are you doing? Like, seriously, what are you doing? There's literally no way Law had this against Doflamingo. I'm assuming he somehow got it in Wano. Maybe it was after the rooftop fight, but like, it's such an ass pull. It's so bad for the story. Like, oh my god, such an ass pull. Oh my god, such an ass pull. And this even makes me think about Wano as a whole. It's just been straight ass pulls after ass pulls after ass pulls. Luffy gets bodied by Kaido. He comes back, he's sub Yonko level. Gets bodied again. He comes back, he's Yonko level. Like, no one else works like this. Like, any other character who would have fought Kaido, they get bodied again. Even if they came back, they'd be coming back to just die. They wouldn't be like freaking 10 times stronger the way Luffy is. But I get Luffy's MC. It is what it is. But like, when I see shit like this, like, I just can't take One Piece seriously. I can't. Like, it's like Oda's forcing me not to take the story seriously. It doesn't, like, Orochi, like, we knew Orochi had multiple heads, like, but like, I can't take the scabbards seriously. They're jokes. They're literally jokes. Oh my god, they're literally jokes. They keep coming back and getting killed again to come back again. Like, I can't take anything in Wano seriously. Anything in Wano seriously. I can't even take Kaido seriously. He keeps supposedly finishing off people and they just come back. Luffy just comes back. Kinemon just comes back. Like, everyone Kaido supposedly bodied just comes right back up. I can't even take the villain of the arc seriously. So what does that do for your story? It's freaking terrible, honestly. Y'all can comment your thoughts down below. You know, clear some things up. Maybe I'm confused. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm off one. I don't know, but like, this chapter, the last panel was cool and all. Big Mom getting signed is cool and all. But it's such bullshit. Oh my god, like, it's such bullshit. Holy. And I'm also curious as to why Kid's magnetism didn't pull Law's sword out his hand. Does that prove that Kid cannot take Law or Zoro's weapons? That's also something that's interesting, I found. But yeah, very interesting. Just overall, chapter was just so ass. Oh my god. Without Law and Kid, this chapter would have been like a 2 out of 10. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't give a fuck about the scabbards or Orochi. I don't care about those characters. I'm sorry if you care about them. I just can't lie to you. I don't give a fuck about the scabbards. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. You know, we just ranting about One Piece chapter 1030. And yeah, let's see what you guys have to say.